Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today we'll start off in a kneeling position. Bring your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. And take these first few moments to bring focus and awareness to your breathing. With every inhale, feel your ribs and your belly expand. And with every exhale, allow your spine to grow a little bit taller. Take a few more big breaths just for yourself here. Release any tension in your face or your shoulders. I'm going to start to move. Go ahead and open through your eyes and start to take some big shoulder rolls, going forward, up, and back with your shoulders. Go ahead and take these nice and slow. Forward, up, and back. Huge circular movement. And then start to move this the opposite way, going back, up, and around. And you could allow your head and your neck to get a little involved as well. Take a few moments to move around through your skull and your jaw, and then bring your arms up to a goal post position. So your wrists and elbows are on the same line. Pull your elbows back, reach your heart space forward, and then bring everything together. Bring your palms, elbows together as you pull your chin to your chest. And continue to move between these two motions. An upright cat and cow. Nice bit of moving into the thoracic and cervical spine. And a nice way to open through your pecs. Feel your elbows pull away from each other, your palms pull back. And find this motion a few more times, your own pace. Maybe finding even a little bit more motion through the spine. After this last round, bring yourself to a tabletop position just for a moment. Cross your right arm underneath your left arm. This is kind of a strange position. You're gonna come all the way down onto your belly. You're gonna try to get your elbows so they stack one on top of the other, and then allow your head to rest down as best as you can. So maybe your forehead is touching the mat. If it's not a big deal. This opening is more for your outer arms. So really allow your arms to cross, and then think of your hands pulling away from each other. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. We're gonna be here for a few moments. So just let breath come in and out. Notice tension you're holding onto in your neck. Your shoulders are going to rise up a little bit towards your ears. That's okay. We're in a little bit of a constricted position. Find a few more big breaths here. Notice if you're able to feel a little bit heavier. And then slowly start to unravel. Bring your hands wider than your mat. Tent onto your fingertips. Roll yourself up to a cobra pose. And then start to roll your right shoulder down. Bring yourself up through center, and then start to roll your left shoulder down. So very slowly we'll alternate from side to side, getting a nice opening into the front of your shoulder, into your pec, and also feeling some undulating movement into your spine. Take a few more sets here, go at your own pace. Your breath doesn't exactly have to match the motion, but make sure that you are infusing breath with movement. Last set here, bring yourself back upright, and we'll take the opposite side for your arm cross. So when you come back up to center, bring your left arm underneath your right arm and come to lie on your belly once again in this crossed arm position, which feels a little bit funky. Allow your head to be as heavy as possible. Breathe into the space of your outer arms. And think that you could lengthen your fingertips away from each other. And just breathe here. I know our breath can feel a little constricted because the belly is constricted, because the lungs are constricted, especially by the position of the arms. But continue that big, full breath in both directions. Jaw is loose. Eyebrows are released. All of those areas where we hold on to tension that don't really serve what we're doing. Find a couple more big breaths here. Maybe you notice that your torso is able to get a little bit heavier or able to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. And then slowly and gently start to make your way out. So unravel your arms, bring your hands out to the side, push yourself up into a cobra pose. And then roll your right shoulder down. We'll come into alternating shoulder and chest openers once again. And just notice any differences you may feel. We're taking things very slowly today, doing a lot of repetitions, which is a great way to find more mobility, more flexibility, especially in these tight areas. You've already carved out the time, so might as well just allow it to happen, allow these spaces to open as best as you can. Use your breath as your best tool. Take one more set here on each side. Allow your chest to open. And after you're done, bring yourself up through center. Take a moment just to lift through the heart and the chest as you push down with your hands. And then lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Punch your fists towards your ankles. And then reach your head and shoulders up off the ground. Keep your feet planted down. Keep your fists pulling back towards your heels. Find a few moments of breath here, nice and expansive through the chest. Slowly lower your head down. Make your way onto the left side of your body. Bring your left elbow so it extends from your left shoulder. And now start to move your left palm down to the ground. And then go in the opposite direction and let the arm retract back. And then we do that again. Push your left palm down to the ground. Now you can use your right hand to help you out here, just to add a little more weight. Option to keep your head lifted, or you can release your head down. And then release the hand. We're gonna do this a few more times. Hold for about 5 seconds. Option to use the right hand to push the left palm a little further down towards the ground. And then release. And do a few more just like this. And notice with each set if you're able to go a little bit further. And then after this last one, bring yourself upright and come to lie on your right side. So now your right elbow will extend from your right shoulder. Your palm faces away from you. Take your left hand and use it to push your right palm down. Option to keep your head lifted, or you could release your head down. Hold that for about 5 counts, and then let the right hand go in the opposite direction, and then do it again. It's kind of like a very gentle slingshot. As you release the hand, let it open back up, and then use the left hand to push it back down. And find just a few more of these. Notice where you're feeling this, if you're able to get a little bit further. And then last one, hold for about 5 counts. And then slowly start to make your way out and come to a child's pose position. Bring your big toes together, open your knees wide. Stretch your fingertips out long in front of you. And now bring your palms together and just hold here for a moment. Try to press down so much in your pinkies or your wrists that maybe your elbows come up off the mat just for a moment. Feel this length. And now lower your elbows back down, bend your elbows so your thumbs come back to the nape of your neck. So you're getting into a tricep opener, also opening up into the chest and into the shoulders. If you'd like to take this a little further, walk your elbows out in front of you. And that will extend the stretch into your tricep. Breathe into that space. Nice full big breath in. Nice full big breath out. Take about 2 more big breaths here. Every exhale, imagine that your chest could sink a little bit heavier towards the ground. Your hips could get heavier towards your heels, or maybe you explore walking your elbows even a little further forward. And then slowly start to release through your hands, straighten through your arms. We're gonna come to a tabletop position. So bring your hands so they come underneath your chest and make your way up. In your tabletop, start to roll through your shoulders, going up, back, and around. Take about 2 or 3 circles in one direction, 2 or 3 circles in the opposite direction. And then come all the way down onto your back. Take your time to get there. Lie all the way down. And once you're there, bring your arms to a goal post position so your elbows extend from your shoulders and your palms are up towards the ceiling. We'll take about 5 big breaths here just to feel this expansiveness in your chest, this opening in your shoulders. And if you're not able to get your wrists to the ground, that's okay. Just go to your range of motion. We're gonna do one last little exercise here that explores external and internal rotation through your shoulder, something we've already done a little bit. So from this position, start to rotate your shoulder so your palms are coming down towards the ground. And then think that you could tuck your thumbs underneath your waist and try to lift your elbows away from the mat, even if it's just a teeny bit, or even if you can't lift them at all. Try just a little bit. Lower the elbows, and then find external rotation again. Open up through the arms and bring the backs of your hands back to the mat. And we repeat, so find internal rotation, bring your thumbs to your waist, and then try to lift your elbows for about 5 seconds. And notice if one elbow is lifting higher than the other. Lower your elbows and then externally rotate. We do this again. Internal rotation, thumbs to waist, lift your elbows up off the ground at the same time. Lower your elbows down with control, and then release the backs of your hands. And we'll find a few more. Rotate, thumbs to waist, lift your elbows, lower your elbows down, find external rotation. Internal rotation, thumbs hook under your waist, lift up through your elbows, lower your elbows down, find your external rotation. And last one. Lower your elbows, open up, and we take another little shoulder stretch. So bring your right arm over your left arm, give yourself a big hug, grab for your shoulders, pull your shoulders down your back. Open up through your arms and take the opposite side. Right elbow underneath left, pull your shoulders down. Notice a stretch you may feel in your outer arm. And then open through your arms once again. You can stay here, you can bring your arms further down by your side. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. And take these final few moments just to come back to your breath. Notice any shifts you may feel or any extra looseness or release you may feel, especially in your shoulders and your upper body. Give yourself a few more moments of silent breath. Thank you for joining us today. And that's your flow.